Welcome to this episode of Asking Astraea, where I, Astraea's father, asks Astraea, a young lady of 8, almost 9 years old, questions about life and how she's going to move on in the world. Astraea, what's on your head? Moose Moose. What's a Moose Moose? Hi, Moose Moose. Is Moose Moose a kind of cow?
No, he's a moose.
He's a moose. So you decided to name Moose Moose a moose.
Why would he be a cow called Moose Moose?
We just watched the movie where the cat was named Pig. Okay? So for the irony.
Does he look like a cow? Does he look like a cow?
Well, not when you do that, no.
Does he look like a cow?
Where'd you get Moose Moose?
From Colton's mom.
From Colton's mother. Alaska. Moose Moose, this is your first time on the show. Do you want to say anything?
I don't know if he wants to say.
Oh, is he just going to sit there on your head? Oh, I have to hold him throughout the whole thing?
No, just hold him.
Oh, okay.
Pet him. He likes to be petted.
His antlers are very soft.
Mhm.
Your hair's everywhere. There we go. Fixed it.
No, it's not everywhere. It's just on my head.
So we're going to do something that's a little different here. We just watched 2 movies, and I wanted to get a little bit of a review from you on the What are you doing?
This tail is so cute. Tail.
The tail.
Look at this little cute tail. Tail.
Okay.
Tail.
Okay.
He's also ticklish.
Is he ticklish?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So, let's talk about the movies that we saw. We saw Home, which was a DreamWorks animated movie about the aliens of the Boov, and they invaded Earth, right? Mm-hmm. And they're escaping.
Alpine.
They're escaping the.
He got outpained.
He got outpained.
No.
Okay. So let's put him right here so you can focus. What did you think of the movie?
It was silly because they talked weird and then they said like Alpine.
They talked weird and said like Alpine.
Whenever they got hurt, Alpine.
Yeah, the way they talked. You remember Yoda from Star Wars?
Mhm.
How he talks?
No, I never heard him how he talks. All I know is he's adorable.
Yes, he is adorable, but he talks kind of backwards. No, not like that. But he changes the placement of the words.
So like if he's saying, "How are you?" he says, "You how you."
He'll say like instead of "How are you?"
How are.
No, he'll say instead of "How are you?" he'll say something like, "How you doing? Are you?"
What?
How or like, I hope happy you are.
What?
Yeah. So the Boov, these cute little purple aliens with 6 arms, 6 feet and 2 arms.
Wait, 6 feet? I thought they had 4.
No,
like,
he had
Bobby.
no. Because remember when he was dancing in the car, he was moving the top 2 feet, and then he stopped them, and then the other like feet would move. I counted 3 on each side, so he had 6 feet. Anyways, you thought it was a cute movie? All right. Did you learn any lessons from it? Any life lessons?
Don't give up before you try.
That's a good one.
Because, like, they were running, she was running up to the monster, and he was like, "No, it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
Let's just give up."
I mean, in certain circumstances, you should run away. All right? Like if you see a giant bear coming after you, generally speaking, the giant bear isn't trying to... What happened here? Generally speaking, the giant bear is not going to hug you. It's trying to protect their young, so they'll probably try and kill you.
No, it's trying to hug.
No. It's really not.
It's trying to hug.
So in the movie,
He's trying to help.
No, but in the movie, the Boo were running away because they were just a race of cowards, right? Because their leader said the best thing to do is run away. Because if it hits under 50% of probability that they would be successful, the better thing to do is to run away, right?
Mm-hmm. It's safe.
It's safe.
But wanna know a very cute part?
Mm.
Those big tiny babies.
Well, don't give it away for people who haven't seen it. Okay, but yes, there definitely was a cute part of tiny babies. That's all we'll say about that. But if you had to give it a rating out of 5, how many stars would you give it?
What would you give it first?
I give it a 3.
I give it a 4.
Okay, that's understandable. Because I give it a 3 from my point of view as a dad, as somebody who's older. And I enjoyed it, you know, but it's definitely more geared and more catered to somebody of
What
your
about
age.
The one that I chose. The movie that I chose.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Was there any particular favorite part of Home that you thought was really, really enjoyable?
I'm remembering. I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, there's a lot of parts.
Okay, well then just choose one.
I really like the babies. It's funny.
Okay, all
I
right.
like when the guy turned into a just starfish. Hello.
Yeah, that was a surprise, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
I wasn't expecting that.
We thought he was just a giant thing.
Giant machine thing, yeah, definitely.
But he's just a tiny little starfish.
What's going on, Splashy? Haven't seen you in a little bit. All right, be right back, okay? See you when you come back.
Okay.
My favorite part of the movie was when they were in Paris and the whole Eiffel Tower went upside down and the point was like right here and like furled her hair a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I was like.
That was scary.
Yeah.
That was actually quite scary.
Oh, one of my other favorite parts was when he was like, the boob was like, it's too complicated, and she just like, oh no, she found out.
Yeah, he said it was too high, and then she went on her tippy toes and touched it.
Your tippy toe tallness.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Now the other movie that we had watched was Yes Day, which was made for Netflix, and it has another pretty good cast. And so, what was the premise of that? What was the idea behind the whole movie? Without giving away any good parts or anything.
Well, the caption, it said there's 2 people that had amazing fun, but they usually say no to their kids, but they found out about Yes Day, and they have to say Yes Day to the kids for 24 hours. There are some ground rules, but it is fun. That's how I remember what that says.
Yeah, I mean, basically what she said. As a parent, if this were a Yes Day, I would have to say yes.
Well, not to everything.
Within the parameters. Some of the parameters included no traveling over 20 miles.
No killing,
obviously. But also no asking for something that you have to get in the future.
Like, can we get a dog?
Right, exactly. So the idea behind Yes Day, I think, IRL, in real life, could be a nice break, not only for the kids, but also for the parents.
It said, let your kids and parents free.
Yeah. Well, so the nice thing about Yes Day is the kids basically prepare it, right? Based off of the movie, it's up to the kids to decide what they're gonna do for the whole day.
Like in the movie, they made like a list for 5 things.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the main event 5.
Right. So
Sparkly.
effectively, you would be working your way up to that main event. Welcome back, Splashy. You'd be working your way up to that main event. So if you had a yes day, and you can choose 2 out of the 5 things, what would 2 activities be that we would have to do as a family with you?
Well,
And it's tough because you have to think outside the box, because there are days where, you know, you might think, oh, they don't want to play board games with me. But, you know, we play board games with you all the time. So what thing do we not do would you want to do with us?
well, I want, like in the movie, first we need breakfast.
That's a good point. Yeah. So we would go eat somewhere?
Yeah.
Is there any place in particular that was as crazy as the breakfast place they went to?
Well, I don't want too crazy like that. Yeah, the dad went.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So what are you thinking?
Well, I don't want too crazy. So I don't know.
You don't know? All right.
All
Well,
I could think is donuts, because sometimes we have donut for breakfast.
yeah, and that's kind of standard. That's something that we
Oh,
That
maybe
we'll have-
maybe we could go to one of those places where you make your own food.
All right. Yeah, that's fun. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, not too crazy.
Yeah, not too crazy. Or we can have those really like expensive artisan donuts.
Artisan donut.
Yeah, so they're like, you know, when you go to a donut shop, all the donuts are pretty basic. They're pretty boring. They look like donuts, right?
Yeah.
But there are donuts out there where it looks like cereal on the donuts, like Lucky Charms on the donut itself, or like Captain Crunch on the donut. Cinnamon Toast Crunch on the donut. Yeah. So we would find a place that does that. Oh, it looks like you like that. Oh, that's an idea. Yeah, so we'll have to talk to your.
I didn't say the second one yet.
What?
I didn't say the second one yet.
Okay, so what's the second one?
Maybe we can go to like well, like in the movie they went to like a special place.
They did go to a special place. So what's a special place around here that you think would be fun?
Like isn't too far. Not 20 miles.
Yep, within 20 miles.
A place that's within 20 miles. Fun, not too crazy, not too normal.
What? You think of something?
Yeah.
What?
I'm thinking.
Oh, you're still thinking. She's still thinking, guys.
Fun places.
What about like Marine World, Discovery Kingdom?
How far is Circus?
It's far. It's
More than 20 miles?
yeah. Yeah.
Is there a circus near?
A circus or just the place that has those kinds of games?
Like a circus or like Magic Mountain or something? Like something that has those games.
Well, Discovery Expo does. Or not Discovery Expo. Sorry, that's a work thing. Discovery Kingdom does.
Oh, is there round one?
There is a round one nearby, yeah. Okay.
I like round one.
All right.
So fun.
Okay.
Fun.
All right, so round one would be your other thing. We'd have to ask Yakuya. We'd have to ask Nicholas what he would do. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a yes day. Maybe I'll make a yes day for you and your brother. All right. We actually have a question in the chat, and for those of you who don't know that listen to this podcast, we actually do this live on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/LazyTechTony. So go ahead and check that out. Splashy asks, do you think that it's okay men can go into women's sports if they say they are female? That's kind of a loaded question, but at the same time, if they identify as female, and if they do the full transition, I personally, honestly, I don't see what the problem is. I really don't. I think that more inclusion on both sides, if they're willing and able, should be allowed to. So if it's something like football or soccer, they know what they're putting themselves into. Huh? You have to speak up. No one can hear you.
Cinnamon toast donuts.
Oh, is that all you can think of right now? Is cinnamon toast crunch donuts?
Yummy.
Okay. All right. So, at the end of Yes Day, something completely screwed up, right? In the movie.
Yeah.
But the parents had such a great time.
Delilah.
Yeah, they had such a great time with all the other things that the problems were outweighed by the fun part. So do you think that we would have any problems? Do you think I would ever get arrested?
Why would you get arrested?
I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to get you a Gorlello or something like that.
Why would we get in a fight?
You and me?
Yeah, why would I bring my phone there? What?
Well, again, that girl was 14 years old in the... Wasn't she? She was like 14, 15 in the movie?
Yeah, she was 14. I just remembered how long that day was.
Yeah, it was portrayed as a very, very long day. Well, again, if you remember, when they went to the breakfast place, they had to eat that within a half an hour, right? What was the second thing they did? They went to the car wash, right?
Windows down.
Yeah, with the windows down. And car washes only take about 10 minutes to go through. That game that they played at the park, that game I could see taking about an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah, and then the hospital.
Right, yeah, then the hospital. But again, they were able to move forward in time thanks to the ambulance driver. Yeah. And then they got to the rides. The thing is that was a little unrealistic was how quickly they were able to get on the ride. So, because well, I don't know, you don't know, but getting onto rides at amusement parks sometimes can take a long time, like a couple of hours just to get on the ride.
At the circus?
At the amusement park.
Oh, the Magic Mountain?
Yeah.
Oh, I see very long lines.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes lines go outside the building.
That's true.
Like sometimes a line is this much, sometimes a line is this much.
But you do want to have a yes day, huh? All right. Well, do you think we have to watch that movie with Auntie, or do you want to just try to describe to her what a yes day is?
I want her to watch.
You want her to watch the movie?
Yeah, because I want her to see the movie too.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe at some point this week or next week we can watch the movies together, okay?
Okay.
All right. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this episode of Asking Astraea. Make sure you are checking us out on YouTube as well as on Anchor and Spotify if you're not already subscribed.
Wait, Daddy.
What?
On the part when we're talking about yesterday and when we're explaining the parts, can you put before that spoiler alert? So people that didn't watch it, if they want.
Well, I'll put a spoiler alert at the beginning of the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay?
Spoiler.
Exactly. You guys take care. Have a good one. Later.
Heart